Hey guys, welcome to today's lesson. We are going to learn 4 finger twisting exercises for the bass guitar. It's going to improve your overall dexterity, especially in your left hand. It's going to improve your speed, and it's going to improve your coordination between your 2 hands. So these are just a few exercises I came up with. Some of them I've done over the years a lot, and a couple I just came up with today. But once you get the gist and watch this video, I really encourage you to make up your own exercises also that really target the challenges you're coming up against, because a lesson like this that's pre-recorded is always going to be generalized to some degree. So that's the medical disclaimer at the beginning. There's a PDF to follow along as usual this week. Just click in the description below, there's a link there, and you can follow along with sheet music tablature and left-hand fingerings, which are of particular importance today. So, exercise 1 is going to be a chromatic scale across all 4 strings, and let me just talk us through it, and then we're going to do play-alongs for all 4 of these exercises at 2 tempos, one at a slower tempo and one at a pretty fast tempo for you shredders out there. So this video is really going to be good no matter what level you're at. I mean, I can still challenge myself with these exercises after doing them for years. So, anyway, exercise 1. Is a chromatic scale. We're going to start on a G, on the 12th fret of the G string with our 4th finger, and the finger pattern we're going to be doing is 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1 across all 4 strings. Then we're going to come down a fret and go 1, 2, 3, 4, back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the shift there is every string I'm going to shift up a fret as I go down, and that's going to maintain the chromatic scale. As if I were just to go straight across the neck, it still works as a finger exercise, but this is just a fun way to make it a little more musical by eliminating that whole step and turning it into a half step. So it's all straight G, G flat, F, E, E flat, T, etc. So we play a chromatic scale from G down to E, then we're going to go down to E flat with the first finger, come back up 1, 2, 3, 4, up to G flat, start on F, come down to D, etc. until the end of the exercise there. And that's all written out, I'm just saying it for clarity. So this is built around the 1 finger per fret shape, which isn't always useful, if you're just playing. If you're playing something that's only in a 3 fret range, you should relax your hand. But this is a fun way to practice with the 1 finger per fret setup, which is useful for a lot of more technical playing. So let's just get started with the exercise here. We're going to do a slow version, and then we're going to go right into a faster version. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's the fast version. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, that's a pretty big speed differential there. So what you want to do in real life is start at a slow tempo and then work your way up to the fast tempo. You don't have to instantly double time it like that. I just want to appeal to different levels here. So that's exercise 1, it's a chromatic scale. Now we're going to do something similar that's going to be all on the G string, and what we're going to do is start on a D up on the 19th fret. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, it's a normal plucking technique. We'll get to that in a minute. 4, 3, 2, 1. down a fret with the first finger, 1, 2, 3, 4. So those 4 notes are a half step lower than the shape we started with. So 4, 3, 2, 1, down a fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, down a fret, 4, 3, 2, 1, down a fret, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just moving this little 1 finger per fret box down in half steps and alternating between the descending fingering and the ascending fingering. So, like so. Etc. down the neck. And of course on your own you want to do this on all 4 strings and use the whole range of your neck, but I just compressed it a little for our purposes here. So here we go with exercise 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the fast one. 2, 3, 4. That brings me to one of the big points I want to make with good left-hand technique, which is you always want to keep lower numbered fingers than the one you're fretting with on the string. They don't have to be pressing down, but for example with this exercise, when I'm starting with my pinky on that first note of exercise 2 on the D, see where my other fingers are? They're already rocking and ready to go, because if you start like this, then what happens when you want to go to the next note is you have to lift this finger and press down with this finger. So that's 2 things you have to do. And then same thing here, same thing here. Whereas if you have everything set up already, then you just go lift and you're to the next note already, with the pluck in the right hand, of course. So what this does for you, might seem trivial, but when you're playing fast, this effectively halves the amount of coordination you need, because rather than lift and press, lift and press, lift and press, you just go lift, lift, lift. So this is just super important. My upright bass teacher really drilled this into me. Because on upright bass you need to do that also just to support your fingers in pressing down those big monstrous strings. So on electric bass it's not really useful for that purpose because it's easy to get your fingers strong enough to press down by themselves. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to tap. But this is really important for your speed playing. So with all these exercises, but particularly this one, since you're staying on the same string so much, you really notice the problem if you try to use inefficient fingering like I'm doing right now, which I would never do in real life because I'm a good boy and I use good technique. So you really need to tell your fingers what the right thing is to do, and you have to start real slow with that. So in particular with getting these descending fingerings correct, where you're really just pulling off rather than doing this thing, it takes a little work, but it's really worth it, I assure you. So exercise 3 now. This one is fun. I kind of just made this up for us to play with. This is still, we're just kind of alternating between 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4, 3, 2, 1. And of course there's lots more fingering patterns to do, which I'll talk about in a bit. But this is just a fun permutation of it. So this is all in a G whole tone scale. Of course there are really only 2 whole tone scales, but we're just calling G the root note for reference point here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1 sort of pattern, except we're going to spread it out across all 4 strings. So we get, so what's happening is I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, starting on the 3rd fret up to 4, 5, 6th fret, and then I'm shifting up and flipping that shape. So I'm going 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th fret. So it's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 with the fingers, but we're switching E, A, D, G, and G, D, A, E. So what happens when we do that, by switching from tritones in this direction to major thirds in this direction, and going up a fret each time, is that we stay within the G whole tone scale, which is pretty neat. And it gives you this fun kind of like spidery diagonal shape. I don't know why it seems spidery, but it just does. So start on the G, go up in tritones, shift your hand up a fret, start on a B, go down in major thirds. Now we're up on an A on the E string, which is a whole step from where we started, which keeps us in the whole tone scale. So here, up a half step, up another half step brings us to A, then tritones, up a half step, major thirds. And have fun with your right hand, by the way. I didn't write a fingering in because there are a lot of options you can do. I'm using my third finger sometimes I'm playing with my thumb, so I just kind of do my thing with my right hand sometimes, and I don't expect other people to mimic the technique because it's just what I like to do. So you can do this all strict 2-finger plucking, you can integrate your third finger, you can put your thumb in there, whatever you want to do. But let's just do this. We're going to do this at both speeds. The fast speed is going to be pretty fast on this one, but let's just do it for fun. So here we go with exercise 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the fast one. 1, 2, 3, and a 40, and a. Okay, last exercise is exercise 4 coming up. As if that last fast play along wasn't enough for you. I barely made it through alive. Exercise 4, we're going to do a different finger pattern than we've done so far. There are actually 24 different 4-finger patterns you can do with your left hand, which you could derive by doing the factorial of the number 4 if you were paying attention in your 7th grade algebra class. Because you can start with any of 4 fingers. Once you get rid of those, and there's 3 possibilities. Once you get rid of that, there's 2 possibilities. So 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. There's 24 different fingers you can do with your left hand, and I recommend you practice all of them. But we're just going to get into a couple today, obviously, because I don't want to keep you here for multiple hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on the G string on a C sharp on the 6th fret. And we're going to go straight across the neck in a fairly non-musical exercise-based fashion. We're just going to go first finger, third finger, second finger, fourth finger, within a 1 finger per fret setup. So 6, 8, 7, 9 are the fret numbers, as you'll see in the PDF. Across the D string, all the way across the neck. Then we're going to go up a fret and flip the pattern, so now we're doing 4, 2, 3, 1. Up a fret, back to 1, 3, 2, 4. Hand up a fret, back to 4, 2, 3, 1. Does that make sense? So also when you're practicing these, you don't have to flip the pattern like that. You could stick with 1, 3, 2, 4, go up a fret, keep doing it. I just flipped it for variety's sake in this video. But often when I practice these on my own, I don't flip them. So I'll just stick with, say I'm doing 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll keep that pattern the same no matter what direction I'm going in. But we're flipping it today. Here we go with exercise 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, here's the fast one. 1, 2, 3, 4. tip for the fast stuff if you're trying to do that, and if you're not, please don't feel bad. I just put it there because I want lots of people to be able to use these exercises. If you're having trouble with the fast stuff, two things. One, it's actually helpful to have like a halftime kind of hip-hoppy beat like I have going, because it helps you like sit back and relax, which gets to tip number 2, which is that the faster you're playing, the more you want to relax. Because when you're holding tension, it just doesn't work as well. It seems counterintuitive, but the faster you play, the more relaxed you want to be. So if you're feeling the groove at a slower subdivision, that's helpful. But in general, just keep everything loose. Don't give yourself tension headaches and tendonitis and stuff. So that's all 4 exercises. Please make up your own exercises as well, but I hope that those were useful. If you guys like this video, please share it with your bass buddies. If you're a new viewer, you can subscribe, and I put out new videos every week, mostly bass lessons, but I also put out some covers and original music and stuff like that. I teach bass lessons if you'd like some one-on-one help getting your playing to the next level. We can work on technique stuff, we can work on your musicality, theory, whatever you want to do. And lastly, if you want to support me in continuing to make these free videos for everyone on YouTube, please check out patreon.com/JoshFosgreen. You can become a supporter there for as little as $1 a video, or even less if you set a monthly cap for yourself. And you can get cool rewards for doing that. You get downloads of original music I put out, discounts on bass lessons, monthly hangouts, stuff like that. So check that out at Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it, and rock on.